Alright, so cleaning up this gold from the ferrous sulfate drop. That was an extremely dirty, well, I can't say extreme, it was a pretty dirty solution that we dropped this gold out of. And look at that. Hold on, I'll get a better shot for you. Look at that. That is beautiful. If that was SMB, it would be so fine, it would be ridiculous. Definitely a game changer in my book. I am really excited to do some e-waste, because I imagine this is gonna be a complete game changer. So let's clean this up and see what we can get out of there. Just a little bit. Stir it around. We'll do a couple of rinses. And then we'll do a hydrochloric boil. And then we'll do a couple more rinses, just like we do every other time. See what that gold looks like. Alright, this stuff is, let's see here, pour it off. Oh, I'm starting to pick some up on the top. See here, there we go. Gotta feed the stock pot a little bit. Gotta feed the stock pot a little bit. It even comes back pretty clear. So this cleanup, I'm going to treat it just like SMB. Now Matt, you're probably screaming at me, but I want to know the difference. I want to see what it comes out like if I do just like I'm doing my SMB drop. Except I am going to heat this one up. So the third rinse is going on the heat plate. Add my top on there. Alright, we'll let that sit for a little bit. We'll pull it off of there. Put some hydrochloric acid in there, boil it, and do a couple more rinses, and we're gonna melt it up. All right, so we're gonna let this cool down a little bit before I go ahead and put it in there. So one thing I notice that's different about this than the SMB is, if you look down there, I don't know if you can see that white piece. It's kind of floating around. There's a couple of them in there. I'm not sure what that is. So when I go to refine this, well, either two things are going to happen. It's combustible, it'll burn off when I go to the melting, or it will stay with me. And then when I go to refine this all again, when I get my ounce, it'll come out then. But look at that. Look at it, and there's no even, hold on. Look at that. It's beautiful. I haven't even done a hydrochloric rinse on that yet. So I was informed by Mark, our one of our friends from down under. He told me that before I put the ferrous sulfate in, I should dissolve it, and then I can filter it out to make sure that we don't get any of those particulates in there. And I think that's an excellent idea. I think that's what I'll be doing next time. Just because it does seem to be a little on the dirty side. Now I see a black. So it's different than SMB, but the pros, they outweigh it 100-fold. I'm still amazed with how clean this gold is without even doing a hydrochloric bath on it. So, alright, let me pour this water off here. Let's see. I'll get you in there. And Matt, that didn't even take very long to rinse. I think I got, what, 3 rinses in there? And that water is crystal clear. And that gold is just screaming. Like, I would have no problem melting that right now. And I would be like... I mean, that's usually what my gold looks like. But we're not going to skip steps. We're going to go to the hydrochloric. I got to get my gloves on, though. Alright, hydrochloric time. Hopefully don't splash too much. Nice and easy on the way in. There we go. Just a little bit is all we need. Oh, that gold is going to be squeaky clean. I'm really ecstatic, if you couldn't tell. Put that on the hot plate. Get that over here. I don't know if I want to make this a separate video. I might. I actually might. But I think I'm going to do it for Saturday. I think I'll have it a Saturday video. Because tomorrow, today's Thursday, tomorrow, being Friday, is your guys' video. I got a couple of people sending stuff in, so probably not going to be a very long one, and that's okay. Like I said, it's the last hoorah before the winter, at least here in the States, anyways. You guys on the opposite side of the globe are probably ecstatic as all heck with you guys got spring coming your way. Well, you're probably in spring right now, so you got summer right around the corner, I imagine. Alright, so our HCl's been boiling for a little while. Let's see how squeaky clean we got this. Bring it down here. Wow. Oh, that looks amazing. I usually have to take that over to the wall. Woohoo! Yep, I'm excited about this one. Alright, I gotta zoom you out here. There we go. Alright, we'll let that cool off for a second before we trickle that in there. A couple rinses, and then we're gonna melt that bad boy up into a button. So I'm only gonna try to use MAP gas. My acetylene ran out, and I've had a couple of people ask me if it's substantial or if it gets hot enough to melt gold. Technically it should be. It burns at a hot enough rate. It's more so outside effects, wind. Is there anything stealing the heat? So we'll answer that question here in a little bit. And a couple more rinses. That sinks right down to the bottom. we're gonna feed the hold on here. All right. Yep, we're feeding the stock pot a little bit. I plan on going for that this weekend. There we go. I think I'm getting close. I'm also coming up on 700. Oop, dryer's making some racket. Also coming up on 700 subscribers. I think I'm at 668 or 669 or something like that. So I want to see if I can get that refined so that I can announce the 700 subs and bring that video out, because I've been, some of you OGs been here for a while and know I've been working pretty hard for that ounce, my first ounce anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and melt this up and see what we got for today. So I always do wet pours when I go into my my melting dish, and that's just so that I can get, well, I always feel like if it's wet, it's not going to blow out as fast or blow out as much if it's you know, if I dried it. You know, if you're going to dry it to get a weight and then use a furnace, I think that would be the best bet. And I don't know, I'm still new to this, so I mean, take it with a grain of salt. But the first time I got that white and I tried to melt, I think it was some cement silver that I dried off, and I took the torch off, and the amount that I saw that was visibly on the that insulation was a pretty crazy amount. So I haven't done that with the gold yet, just because, you know, a little bit of silver, not the end of the world. But look at that. That is a nice little chunk of gold. So let's clean this up a little further. I want to see what it looks like. And it does take a little while, so to answer your question, the MAP gas works. Now, it worked best if I kept it elevated off the insulation. So the insulation must have taken enough heat away to keep this from getting to appropriate temperatures. So if you're just going to use a MAP gas, maybe find a way to elevate your melting dish so that it hangs freely, and it should get hot enough. All right, where is my, there we go. And look at this. Just a couple of splashes left. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of distilled water in. Go ahead and set our nice little gold nugget in that. I got to get gloved up and goggles on here, because we are going to be messing with sulfuric for a little bit. All right. Let's get the stock pot out of the way. We don't need that anymore. Workstation's getting a little dirty. A lot going on. It's been busy. I got gold wipes, and yeah, we need to clean this up. It's getting a little crazy out of here. 30 different experiments going on all at once. It's a good way to get lost track of where you're at. And just gonna go 3. Six. Close that up. Alright. And go ahead and put this on the heat. You don't need that anymore. Throw a top on that bad boy. Turn the heat on. Let's let that boil for just a little bit. And we should get all the rest of that borax off of there, so that should look really nice when we're done with it. Alright, so this has been boiling here for quite some time in the sulfuric, well, the extremely dilute sulfuric bath. Just enough to basically clean that borax off, so it's time to clean it up. And there it is, all nice and cleaned up. Got it zeroed out. .69 grams. Let's go get the rest of that and see what we're at. All right, time of reckoning. Let's see. Start with the big one. Go the next biggest here. Oh boy. And we freaking made it. We made it. We made it. We've got over an ounce of gold. And I still have some more to do. So I'm going to refine the rest of the gold I have and include it with this, because I would really, really hate. We're flirting there, and let's say there's that, 0.7, 0.8 grams of stuff that's not supposed to be in there, not gold, and we're a little less than an actual ounce. That would not be good. So, oh man, I'm so happy right now. That is awesome. Hey, I just got to thank you guys. You guys been extremely helpful. I don't think I'm ever going back to SMB, to be honest. That was great. Piece of cake. I'll use it as a second precipitate. And I think that's about it. That stuff works phenomenal. But we made it. We made it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So that gold came out fantastic. I really, really like that stuff. The ferrous sulfate. It works really nice. It doesn't stink. Nice clean gold drop, even if your solution's not the finest. Now I do have to make a couple of changes to my procedure. Definitely dissolve it and then introduce it to the gold solution. So we drop it like that.
because then I can be able to filter it out and make sure that I don't get any of those extra goodies tagging along with my gold, especially at how clean it comes out. Oh, can't believe it. Looks really nice. And we made an ounce. So I'm looking forward to that. So you guys were way faster when it came to 700 subscribers than I could even catch up with when for that refining video. So I think we're gonna wait to 1,000 subscribers. Gives me a little time, and I'll have you don't have to rush that process, because it's probably going to be a pretty in-depth video, maybe a little on the long side, but I don't know. I may figure it out. I may do some fast forwards and stuff like that, because it's going to be a lot of rinse and repeat. So I plan on doing 3 drops, 3 more drops. So dissolve it, ferrous sulfate, dissolve it, SMB, dissolve it, ferrous sulfate, and then clean the heck out of it. And that should eliminate all platinum there's in there, which I think there's a little bit in my first piece from all my e-waste that I did previously. So, looking forward to that. Take 322. So, Friday's videos. What I do is I dedicate my Friday's video to the subscribers. If you are a refiner, or if you collect e-waste, or anything that kind of has to deal with what we do here on SilverStoll, you can go ahead and send me pictures or videos. And what I do is I basically put your name up there, and if you want to stay under the radar, you don't want your name out there, I can keep it that way too. Or we can come up with a name. I've done that in the past, just to keep your name out of the stuff, but then you can still have that opportunity to show off your goods. Maybe we've had some really interesting stacks, like people showing pounds of silver that they made, or ounces of gold they've made. Tons of stuff. We've seen a lot of really cool stuff that you guys have been working on. We've seen a couple of almost industrial processing of board stuff. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff. So if you want to be a part of that and you want to show off a little bit, you can send me your stuff. I always put my email in the description, so you can email me there, or I'm on Facebook, and you can do Messenger too, and that works just as well. But what you do is you get put into a monthly drawing. Everybody who participates in the Friday's video gets an opportunity to win. I basically pick a number out of the ball. If the number matches your name, you win the goods. And it changes kind of like month to month. So the last 3, I just got 2 more copper bars to give away, and then we're going to move on to my little crystal figure that I made from my copper cell. And as the channel grows, those will get a little better too. So there's that way to get stuff. So if you're interested, go ahead and send it. Another giveaway opportunity is with subscribers. So I do, every time we get to a milestone, I'll put some sort of giveaway together. And for the 600, what we did was we did a comment section, kind of like what we did for the 700 one. And I think it worked really well. And I like I got these lottery balls, and I think they work pretty good. If you come up with any other ideas, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Then we can change it up a little bit. I used to do paper out of the hats, and I just didn't think I got a good shuffle in there, And then, of course, we've got the new membership. If you were interested in to join, help the channel out, go ahead, sign up, and then you get a 20% chance to win some silver made by me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.